Welcome, it's King Lizzard on Xbox 360 with my bite-sized review of Boogie Bunnies on Xbox Live Arcade. Now, these furry funksters have been with us since 2008, and their single-player game comes in 3 different varieties: Arcade, Classic and Endless. Endless will simply throw mouldy coloured bunnies at you until your eyes bleed every spectrum of the rainbow. Classic and Arcade, pretty much the same deal, although a bit slower pace. Arcade obviously offers the biggest playing arena because that is based around a campaign-y type situation where you're going through a variety of levels in order to complete the puzzle mode. Now, there is also a multiplayer mode. However, even when I very first bought this game back in 2008, I had problems getting matchups then. There just weren't that many people playing it, so do bear in mind that if you do invest in this, that it pretty much is most likely going to be at a single player capacity. So Boogie Bunnies is a match-free based puzzle game, meaning that you literally have to match 3 colours in order to progress within the levels. Now, in this case, it's pretty much Tetris in some respects, or it's got a lot in common with the likes of Zuma or Luxor. If you're into those types of arcade puzzle games, this can be pretty addictive for you, and if you like those games, you're probably going to get on with this. Obviously the format is slightly different, and one of the main differences this has from your Tetris-y type game is you can actually go around the edges left and right and fire bunnies horizontally into the crowd of bunnies as well. So you can attack from 3 different angles, if you like. Now, in terms of my reference to Tetris, I mean, obviously it's a reverse Tetris, so in this case the bunnies at the top of the screen are making their way down to the bottom. At the bottom is that lake. If they get to that lake and they fall in, they drown, which depletes your life bar, which is also at the bottom there. Get your life bar to 0, it's game over, and you've got to start all over again. In order to move on to the next level, you need to keep plugging away at matching these bunnies until the game pushes you on to the next level, e.g. there's a score limit. Now, in terms of scoring, obviously matching 3 bunnies is the most basic way of taking bunnies out, but there's no way you'll complete this game by doing that. What you have to do is match bigger groups of bunnies, and also as the game opens up and expands and gets harder, you'll get different types of bunny join the crew. Some of them will, after a match of 3 for instance, will instantly set the bunnies off into a boogie bunny frenzy, and they'll start merrily dancing and stomping their way at a quicker speed to their impending doom. Red bunnies, for instance, cause explosions, so there is some more variety in the game, but in general this is pretty much quite a basic puzzler. It's the kind of game that I will play, or I call a wallpaper game, purely because it's a game I don't have to think too hard about. The rules are very simple. You do need quick reactions, of course, so it's not necessarily easy at the later levels. Around about level 20 things really start to pick up, and it does start to get quite difficult, so do bear that in mind, that the difficulty does ramp up. But that said, you should be pretty tuned at that point to playing the game, so you should be able to get through it and survive. In terms of design, it looks quite nice, it's quite smooth. I've not seen any particular bugs within the game. It seems quite competent, and there is, as I said, an arcade mode, which is quite a large arcade mode. There's a lot of different levels to get through. The only real thing that could impair you is if you struggle at the later levels. It might stop you moving forward and completing the game. That said, like I said, if you're used to these types of games, you'll probably persevere and get past. So, based on my comments, I'll give Boogie Bunnies on Xbox Live Arcade on Xbox 360 a 6 out of 10. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Take care.